use to tell our CSS that the ID, the element with ID example2, we want it to be green. So that's what happened. And let's go to the presentation and see how IDs are defined. So ID selectors are unique. Each element can have only one ID. Each page can have only one element with that ID. So that's important. Each page can have only one element with that ID. Your code will not pass validation if you use the same ID on more than one element. So the validation tool from W3C will throw an error, and chances are we will have to fix it before we can go any further. As for CSS, use the ID when you have a single element on the page that will take the style. Okay. And there are some additional aspects. IDs have special browser functionality. Classes don't. They are just classes. They don't have any functionality. As for browser, elements can have both ID and class, so we can type in, let's say, a paragraph with a P HTML5 markup tag with an ID in a class, both together. CSS doesn't care, like we said. CSS is quite forgiving, and there's nothing you can do with an ID that you can do with a class, and vice versa. JavaScript cares. So JavaScript depends on you using these rules. So if you're going to use, for example, a get element by ID command, that JavaScript will work as long as that ID is unique and that ID is dependable. And that's pretty much it for the presentation. There's a thank you in all of the languages of the world here. Well, there's one last. I think we still have time. Great. Yeah, we still have time. I have one more example. There's in our fixed HTML, there is a paragraph. It's over here. I type it in this ID, example3. So we go to our main CSS. We do hashtag example3. Remember, hashtag is for ID. Then we open the curly braces, and let's say that color. Remember, you can use almost any other attribute that you want to change in your style, but I'm using just colors just to make sure it works. And it's easy to understand. We will make it all blue. We'll close with a semicolon and we'll save. And it's not working. And the reason for that is we will do this one right here, and we will close it. Example, or maybe I'm missing the E. So you can see I just made this one blue, and this was not the reason, so I'll go ahead and fix it. So I changed the color of the font color of the letters into blue by using that ID that we have in our HTML5 document. So this is more or less how it works. I hope you guys have enjoyed the presentation. I also suggest to watch some videos in YouTube. I'm sorry, in SciPoint. And I wish you have a good learning. Thank you. Have a good evening. Regards to everyone.